What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be covering about all the redstone components with a few exceptions. So I cover most of these, most of them. Ones that are actually redstone. I forgot to include hoppers. So the reason I made this video is because I'm going to make I'm an idiot. Oh, I already got this. So the reason I made this video is because I want to make an upcoming video to show you like useful tricks you can do with redstone, like T flip-flops, some types of piston doors. I made all of this myself. So, I mean, what's stalling? So, the redstone lamp is just going to be using my power source. It like turns on when there's redstone next to it. So, moving on to the first one, we got the lever. The lever you can flick on and off to give redstone outputs to the side of things. You can basically do it on every surface on a block, as long as there's no block interfering with it. Like if I want to place a lever on the bottom of this block or any of these blocks, it wouldn't be possible because there's solid ground below it. I think that's simple math. And a useful trick, it can also be useful to like it can activate through blocks, as you see right here. So you can make a sign saying flick for or you can do an ender pearl dispenser, and they have to flick the lever instead of there being like redstone going out. It could just be hidden behind the wall, and it could be used as a trap or legitimate like ender pearl giver or something. Next one is the pressure plate. Just giving you a heads up, there's a difference between the stone and wooden ones. The stone can't be activated by entities such as, see, that doesn't activate, but this one does. Mobs, including you and other things, can also activate this. It can be powered out by redstone, and it can not go through a block. Actually, it cannot. But it can go under the block. Go under the block. Got to include that. This is the redstone. It looks like this red thing. Other than blood decoration, it can be used as a source, and it can make sharp turns, just like that. It can also be powered into a block, but it's too complicated for this video. It can also go up and down hills or blocks, but it can't be more than 2 blocks high, or else it won't be able to connect. It automatically makes this texture. You don't have to place anything right there. So, you know. And a useful thing is, if you want to make like a big pillar, you might want to use these, because you can do a setup like this to activate something up high, like a dispenser filled with lava, for example. And redstone, it can go a maximum of 15 blocks from its power source, depending on what it is. There's a few exceptions, like comparators and stuff. So, if you would like to count that, alright, if you pause the video, then shout out to you. Next one is redstone repeater. It looks like 2 powered off redstone torches. You can save my hotbar. So one of its main purposes is it can extend redstone. Look, see? This can't normally power this redstone lamp. But if we have this thing powered into it, it is automatically like spiced up, and it's all the way back to its maximum of 15, so it can go an additional 15 blocks. I'm going to turn that off for lag reasons. This is, it can power through blocks like that, and it can also be used as like this. It can be set with delays, so that way, this is a better example. So the more you put the torch back, the longer the delay is. Example. And you can put multiple up to each other, like this. Boom, boom, boom. Whoops. So, next one is a trap chest. It looks like a normal chest, has a normal chest icon. It's all a normal chest. You can store items in there. Be there when you get back. It's nice, simple, useful, reliable, but it actually gives a redstone output, if you can see right there. It's barely noticeable, but as you saw, there's a spark. Yeah, right there, it sparks. So that means it is lit. If you put a repeater, it extends the signal, so you might want to do that. I'm not sure if it can go through blocks or not. Actually, let's test that. Will it activate? No, it doesn't go through blocks. So you might have to do something cheeky with that. The next two are pistons. First one is sticky pistons. I'm sorry if they're really compact. So, a sticky piston, it can move forward after it's been activated with the redstone source. If it has a block on its surface, then it'll actually bring that block with it, which is really cool. So you can use that to open doors. If you have 2 of these stacked on top of each other, you can activate them. They can be like powered, and then when you flick the switch, they can close and there will be a door opening. But they can't connect to each other like that. But if you want to do that, there is one solution: the slime block. If you're watching this in 1.15, there should be a honey block somewhere. That'll help. The honey block can't stick to the slime blocks, but it acts exactly the same. So it's like you have 2 slime blocks that don't stick to each other. And anything sticking to a slime block can actually travel along with it, including slime blocks itself. So you can make a maximum of 15. Look, see, right now you can't push it. Well, not 15 in this one for some reason, because look, see, you only got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 12 in this one. If you get rid of the top one, there's 12 now. So now it'll be able to push it. But if it doesn't have that, it won't be able to push above 15. As you see right there, it can't retract them all down at once, as you saw in that one, because they don't stick to each other. Moving on to pistons. They are directional, which means in whichever way you face, they'll face with you. Same with the sticky piston. Forgot to mention that. They can get activated by a redstone source. They can push blocks, but they can't retract them once they got pushed. So, if you have something, it's a one-time use. And what is that there? It's just a part of the... I'm confused. And it can push itself too. Cool. So you can do you have a block right here. You can have something like this at a bit of delay. Oops. You can make something like this. And then you got that. You can do stuff like that with it. So that's pretty cool. And it has the same cap as that, which is 12, apparently. As you can see right there. This is the observer. I cut this down a lot on a lot of the features it can actually do, but it can do a lot. Trust me, just search up something, you'll get like 1 million results. So, first, it observes the block. I need that. It observes the block. It was like you detected. So, I want this to observe that block. Now it's observing this block. And whenever something happens to that block, whether it's getting broken, whether it's being flipped or pressed or stood on or anything happening to that block, it'll do a little redstone output. I'm recording. It'll make a little redstone output. Why my sister let him in? Now my video's all ruined. So it makes an update, and it's quite quick actually. So if ever something placed, literally anything, something happens to it, whether it's getting pushed, retracted, pushed, retracted, flipped, unflipped, that's now a word, pressed.
What did I do?
Pressure, whether it's stood on, anything. And in this example, if there's two, this should have been logged in the next video. Go, guys, watch that. Guys, watch that if you're not watching this immediately after. Should be about tomorrow. It should come out, maybe the day after, somewhere around then. This is the redstone torch. It looks like that. Looks like a torch. Side by side comparison. Especially in the hotbar. It's basically a redstone, like powered of a version thing. So, it
Is that a turbo bearing?
It powers 15 blocks, as always. It is a power source, so that means it emits 15 blocks. It can, if it is powered in any way, shape, or form, whether it's with redstone, a lever, it'll turn off. But if it's not powered, it'll be on. So right now this is powered. So right now it is off since it is having a redstone output. It's like inverted. So that way you can flip your redstone upside down if needed. Like in this example, right now this is powered. It is off. it is unpowered. It is on. It is very useful. I used it in some of my redstone builds. If you need to carry a signal all the way straight to sky to bedrock, this works. Just place a redstone torch tower like this. It involves this, that, this, that, and then you got that. So just place down, you just need these 2 blocks and you're basically done. Place this lever, this redstone torch, and then place the redstone torch on top of that block over it, torch on top of it, and you can basically just keep going up till bedrock to sky limit. So if it has like a cycle, so it's infinitely turning on and off like that, it'll eventually burn out, as you saw right there. But I made an example where it's basically just that, but redstone torches on all sides with blocks on all of them. So when you place one here, it'll trigger this thing, which will make it cool down, which will make it trigger that thing, which will make it cool down, which will make it an infinite cycle between these 2, but sometimes they both run down. So you have this backup one over here, which will keep the circuit alive while these 2 recharge. So it'll just keep going forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Look, see? Instead of these 2 being the main ones, that's the backup, and these are the main 2. It'll just keep going forever, and sometimes it burns out, so that one will keep it. I just said that. So it can be used as a noise machine. Jeez. So I'm going to turn that off for lag reasons. And buttons, these are the last 2. Buttons, they can be pressed down. And bow and arrow. There's a difference between stone and wooden ones. Wooden ones, they last longer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Almost 3 cadence seconds, I would say. And this one can't be activated by arrow. This one can. Until you pick it up, it'll stay like that, or until it spawns. This is the dispenser. It is directional, means whatever way you look, it'll follow. So it can spit out items you put into it. And if you put like something like this, for example, put that back in, it'll fire it out, it'll hit the pressure plate, and it'll keep this thing alive, or whatever you're hooking it up to. So that can be a way to use it. And if you want to be really weird, or you can actually dispense things onto entities. Observe. Now I have a dragon on my head. And if you put cursive binding on these, so that way they can't take it off unless they die, then when they're AFK, you can just set up a dispenser, put a head with cursive binding on, or anything, any piece of clothing. Flick the lever, it'll be dispensed on to them till they die. If you're playing on hardcore mode, that's going to stay on forever. So guys, I hope you found this video useful. I'm sorry it was so long. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Goodbye.